Most people assume cheaper electric vehicles come from better batteries or tax credits. But this week, Tesla quietly revealed something far more important. Not a new car, not new software, but a bare metal frame sitting inside the Fremont factory. A half-assembled Model Y. Welds exposed. Structure visible, almost unfinished. So, here's the real-world question: can removing just 5 to 10 kilograms of metal lower what you pay at delivery? Can fewer parts and fewer assembly steps quietly save hundreds of dollars per vehicle? And if Tesla can shrink factory cost at scale, is that exactly how a $25,000 Tesla becomes possible? That's what we're breaking down today. Now let's step onto the factory floor and follow the money. What did Tesla's bare Fremont frame reveal about real production costs? Inside the Fremont factory, Tesla didn't showcase a polished vehicle or a new feature. Instead, it displayed a partially assembled Model Y body with welds exposed, large aluminum sections visible, and no paint or interior. According to David Jai, Tesla's concepts and prototypes lead, the idea was simple: let visitors see how the car is actually built. For most people, it looks unfinished. For manufacturing, it's the most important part of the car, because once you strip away the design and software, what remains is pure production cost. That exposed structure clearly shows Tesla's gigacasting approach. Rather than welding together dozens of small stamped pieces like traditional automakers, Tesla forms large sections of the chassis using single-piece aluminum castings. One mold replaces many parts. Fewer components mean fewer robots, fewer welds, fewer assembly steps, and less time per vehicle. At factory scale, cutting that many steps directly lowers labor, equipment, and energy costs per car. There are two ways to design these large castings. The first is full integration, cast everything together, including structural beams and flat areas like wheel arches. This keeps part count extremely low and simplifies assembly, which reduces cost. However, these integrated sections must be thick enough to remain strong, typically around 2 to 3 millimeters. That thickness adds weight. The second approach separates function. Only the load-bearing skeleton is cast. Flat surfaces are added later as thin stamped panels, often under 1 millimeter thick, because they don't carry structural loads. This setup is lighter and can save about 5 to 10 kilograms per vehicle, but it adds extra parts and additional assembly steps, which increases manufacturing complexity and cost. Would you rather Tesla build the car simpler and cheaper, even if it's 5–10 kilograms heavier, or lighter and more complex, but likely more expensive? Comment cheaper if you want the lower price. Comment lighter if you prefer the weight savings. And tell me why I read every comment, because your thinking honestly shapes what we analyze next. And if this breakdown helps you see Tesla from a cost and ownership angle, do me a small favor. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell for autogearshift. We're trying to reach 30,000 subscribers. And this channel isn't some big media company. It's basically late nights, spreadsheets, factory research, and me explaining the numbers so you don't overpay for your next car. Every single sub actually makes a difference. If you're watching regularly but not subscribed yet, this is your sign. And don't click away, because next, we're putting real numbers on this. How can 5–10 kilograms change battery size, factory cost, and your final price? Every extra kilogram has to be moved by the battery. More mass requires more energy. More energy requires more battery capacity. And the battery is still the single most expensive component in any electric vehicle. Today, the battery pack alone can account for roughly 30 to 40% of a vehicle's total build cost. On a mass market car, that can easily translate to $8,000 to $10,000 just for the pack. So when the car gets heavier, even slightly, Tesla either accepts lower range or installs a larger battery to compensate. And a larger battery means higher material cost, higher shipping weight, and more strain on margins. If you add 5 to 10 kilograms back into the body because you chose thicker integrated castings, the car may need additional cells to maintain the same advertised range. At the same time, lighter vehicles don't just save battery cost, they also reduce energy consumption per mile, which improves efficiency numbers without changing chemistry. That helps range ratings, lowers charging costs for owners, and reduces long-term operating expenses. Aluminum isn't cheap. Thicker 2 to 3 millimeter cast sections use more raw material than thin sub-1 millimeter stamped panels. More aluminum means higher purchase cost per car and higher transport weight for every body shipped between suppliers and factories. When production reaches hundreds of thousands or millions of units, even a few kilograms of extra metal per vehicle turns into thousands of tons of additional material Tesla has to buy, move, and process every year. So now the trade-off from Part 1 becomes clearer. Integrated casting reduces assembly steps and saves labor. Separate thin panels reduce weight and save battery and material costs. Both sides save money just in different places. A few kilograms might equal a few $100s per vehicle when you combine battery sizing, raw materials, shipping, and factory time. Scale that across 500,000 or 1 million cars a year, and you're suddenly talking about hundreds of millions in cost differences, which is exactly why this conversation isn't just about structure design or efficiency charts. It's about how much Tesla can realistically cut from the final sticker price, and how aggressive they can be when launching a lower-cost model. Because once you understand that weight directly changes battery size, and battery size directly changes cost, you start to see why a decision that looks minor on the factory floor can ripple all the way to what you pay at delivery. How can Gigacasting cut enough cost to make a $25,000 Model 2 possible? This is where Gigacasting stops being an engineering detail and becomes a pricing strategy. A $25,000 Tesla isn't simply a smaller vehicle. It requires an entirely different cost structure. At $35,000 or $40,000, automakers can absorb inefficiencies, extra parts, longer assembly time, and more complex welding don't immediately break the business case. But at $25,000, there's almost no margin for waste. Every added component, every robot, every minute on the production line shows up directly in the final sticker price. Start with the basic math. The battery pack alone still represents roughly 30 to 40% of an electric vehicle's build cost, often $8,000 to $10,000, even on a lower-priced vehicle. That means Tesla may only have around $15,000 to $17,000 left to cover the entire body. Motors, electronics, interior, labor, logistics, and profit. There simply isn't room for an overly complex structure made of dozens of small parts and hundreds of welds. The body itself has to get cheaper and faster to build. Traditional underbodies can use dozens, sometimes more than 100 stamped components. Each piece needs its own tooling, supplier chain, transport, storage, and welding operations. Every weld requires robots, energy, inspection, and time. Individually, these steps look small, but multiplied across hundreds of thousands of vehicles, they become one of the largest hidden costs in manufacturing. Gigacasting removes that complexity by replacing many small parts with one large aluminum casting. Instead of welding 50 or 60 pieces together, Tesla installs a single structural section. Fewer parts mean fewer welds, fewer stations, fewer robots, and less labor. In some areas, this approach can cut roughly 30% of the assembly process. Even small time savings compound fast. If simplifying the structure saves just 5 minutes per vehicle, and then across 500,000 cars, that's more than 40,000 labor hours eliminated. At 1 million cars, the savings double again. That translates into lower labor cost, fewer machines to maintain, and higher throughput per factory. From a financial perspective, that's far more impactful than shaving a few kilograms of mass. Now compare that to the weight trade-off. Fully integrated castings are thicker, typically 2 to 3 millimeters, which can add around 5 to 10 kilograms per vehicle compared to using thin stamped panels under 1 millimeter. From a driving standpoint, That weight difference is minor, only a small change in efficiency or range. From a cost standpoint, the extra aluminum might add tens of dollars, but the simplified assembly can save hundreds. For a budget car, the decision is obvious. A few extra kilograms are cheaper than extra parts and processes. That's why Model 2 naturally enters the conversation. A mass-market Tesla targeting around $25,000 must prioritize manufacturing simplicity above everything else. It's not chasing the lightest chassis or the most refined structure. It's chasing the lowest total cost per unit. If Tesla can remove even $500 of production cost through larger castings and fewer assembly steps, that's $500 straight off the bill of materials. Across 500,000 vehicles, that's $250 million saved. Across 1 million units, $500 million. Those numbers alone can determine whether the car launches at $27,000 or $24,999, and that price difference is what moves the product from niche electric vehicle to true mass adoption. This is also why the exposed Model Y structure at Fremont factory matters beyond curiosity. Tesla often prototypes manufacturing techniques on existing models before rolling them into new platforms. What looks like a simple display is likely a preview of how the next low-cost vehicle will be built. Model 2 isn't being mentioned as speculation. It's the logical result of this factory math. Tesla doesn't start by asking how to design a $25,000 car. It starts by asking how many dollars can be removed from production. Gigacasting is how those dollars disappear. At the end of the day, it comes down to you. Would you trade a few miles of range for $1,000 less on the sticker? Would a $25,000 Tesla get you to switch? Comment below. Hit like if this helped, and subscribe with the bell on so you don't miss the next breakdown. This is Auto Gear Shift. We follow the factory math. So you know where your money goes?